Higgsfield released Cinema Studio 2.0, and this update changes how creators control performance, scenes, timing, and cinematic language inside AI. Not just how things look, but how they behave. In this video, I'll show you exactly what's new, how the workflow works, and how you can move from a single frame to structured multi-shot storytelling directly inside the browser. Let's get into it. If you're new to Higgsfield, here's the simple way to think about it. Higgsfield is a creator-friendly AI platform that gives you access to advanced image and video generation tools in one place. You can move from ideas to visuals, from still frames to animated sequences, and control how your content looks and feels without jumping between different apps. It combines powerful generation models, character consistency, motion tools, and cinematic controls inside a single workflow. So in short, Cinema Studio is where you move from generating visuals to actually directing them. You create your hero frame, define camera movement, control pacing, choose genres, add characters, assign emotions, and build connected multi-shot sequences all inside the same workspace. It's built to give creators real structure and control, not just random animation. If you want to try it yourself, you'll find all the links in the description below. Alright, let's jump into the platform. Once you're inside Higgsfield, open Cinema Studio, and this is where the main workflow begins. You'll immediately notice two core modes, image and video. Both are essential parts of the process, and we'll explore each of them in this video. But since every sequence usually starts from a strong visual foundation, let's begin with image first. Let's take a look at what we have available inside this section. First, you can decide how many variations you want per generation. You're not locked to a single output. You can ask the system to create multiple options at once, which is extremely useful when you're exploring composition, lighting, or subject placement. More results mean better comparison and faster creative decisions. Next is aspect ratio. Depending on where your content will live, YouTube, Reels, Shorts, ads, you can instantly switch formats. You get everything from vertical to classic film formats like 16:9 or 21:9 cinematic. No need to reframe later. Then we have resolution. You can push your image quality up to 4K, which gives you sharper textures, cleaner details, and more flexibility if you plan to crop or animate later. Grid is one of the most practical tools here. Instead of regenerating blindly, you can preview multiple visual directions in structured layouts like 2x2, 3x3, or 4x4. You instantly see which framing or mood works best before moving forward. Now, this is where real control begins. Elements allow you to store characters, objects, or visual identities and reuse them across generations. Instead of rewriting descriptions every time, you upload reference images, give the character a name, and save it. After that, you simply type @name inside your prompt. The system keeps the appearance consistent: face, clothes, proportions, style, across images, and later in video. If you want storytelling continuity, this feature is essential. And finally, we enter cinematography territory. You can choose the camera type, select the lens, define your focal length, and adjust the aperture. This directly influences depth of field, perspective, compression, and the overall visual mood. So you're not just describing a scene, you're defining how it is captured. Now let's actually create our image. I'll use my saved element @George, and we're aiming for a dramatic pre-battle moment, a warrior standing on the field, calm, focused, ready to draw the sword. For settings, I'll keep it simple and intentional. We generate one image, set the frame to 16:9, push the quality to 4K, and keep the grid at 1:1 since I already know the direction I want. Now let's build the camera. For the camera, I'm choosing premium large format digital. This gives us a modern high-end cinematic foundation with rich detail and strong subject presence. For the lens, I'll go with classic anamorphic. This helps create that wide, film-style character with natural cinematic distortion and a more dramatic feel. For focal length, I'm setting it to 14mm. That gives us a wider perspective, making the environment feel bigger and more immersive while keeping the character dominant. And for aperture, I'll keep it at f4. This gives a balanced depth of field. The subject stays sharp, but we still get some separation from the background. Everything is ready. Let's hit generate. And here we go. This looks strong. the character feels grounded, the armor detail is clean, and the environment has real scale. The wide lens helps the battlefield breathe, while the smoke, wind, and sky add natural drama without feeling artificial. Now that we have our result, let's look at what we can do with it next. First, you can use it as a reference. This allows you to keep the composition, character, and visual identity consistent in future generations. Next, you can animate it, meaning you can transform this still frame directly into video. But before we jump into motion, I want to show you something powerful. Let's generate a 3D scene. Now, instead of being locked to one flat frame, we can actually move inside the image. You can adjust the focal length, reframe the composition, and rotate the camera to discover new angles. When you find something you like, simply hit Capture Shot, and you instantly get a new image based on that viewpoint. Now let's take it further. We can also generate multi-shot. The system will create multiple cinematic variations of the same moment. And here we go. Now we have different camera angles, distances, and interpretations of the scene automatically. From here, you can pick the shot you like the most, upscale it to 4K for maximum quality, use it again as a reference, or move straight into animation. So from one prompt and one character, you suddenly have coverage, like a real production. Let's pick one of the multi-shot results. I like this angle, so I'll select it and upscale it to 4K to maximize detail and clarity. Now let's move to the video section. First, I'll upload the start frame, and then I'll set the end frame. This gives the system a clear path, where the shot begins and where it should finish. Good. From here, we start directing. I'll leave the director panel empty for now and focus on the camera. For movement, I want the viewer to feel pulled into the moment, so I'm choosing a dolly in, a forward cinematic push toward the character. Next comes the speed ramp. I'll keep it on auto, which lets the system balance acceleration and slow down naturally. But if you want more control, you could go custom for manual timing, linear for constant motion, slow motion to stretch drama, speed up for extra intensity, or impact to emphasize the ending beat. I want this to be quick and punchy, so I'll set the duration to 5 seconds. For the structure, I'm staying with a single shot, one clean, continuous move. You also have multi-shot auto and another powerful option, multi-shot manual. Here, you can build your sequence shot by shot, define different durations, change framing, and direct each moment individually. So instead of AI deciding the flow, you become the editor of the scene. Aspect ratio stays at 16:9, the classic cinematic frame. Resolution will be 1080p, which is fast to generate and still looks great. For the genre, I'm choosing action. This affects how energetic the motion feels, how the camera behaves, and how the moment is paced. Of course, you could switch to horror, comedy, western, suspense, intimate, or spectacle depending on the mood you want. Next, I'm going to insert a short prompt describing the scene and transition between the frames. And that's it, we're ready. Let's generate. That came out really solid. The motion feels controlled, the transition between frames is smooth, and the cinematic intention is clearly preserved. And that's the full workflow. You can generate as many scenes and visual directions as you want, refine them, explore alternatives, and once you're happy, turn them into video. From idea to frame to cinematic motion, all inside one space. Cinema Studio 2.0 makes the process feel structured, creative, and fast. You move from prompting to directing without leaving the platform. If you want to try it yourself, you'll find all the links in the description below. If this video helped you understand how the system works, make sure to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what kind of film you would create. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.